What's going on, Beyond Health? This is Dr. Justin Kernut, and today we are going to be talking about something very important. So, as you all know, the health model for Beyond Health is one disease and two causes. So, the two causes, one disease, cellular malfunction, two causes, nutrient deficiency, so either something we lack, or toxic overload, or something that we have too much of, okay? Now, a lot of the times we want to dive and delve into things that we put into our body. But today, we are going to highlight specific things that I hope will uncover why we are in such a toxic society at the moment. So we hope to help you understand how to discover the unseen dangers that are lurking in your beauty bag. We hope to help you discover and learn how to decode the truth behind beauty marketing. That's really important. And that your skin tells a story deeper than beauty. So find out what it's really saying. There's a phrase here, and I really liked it as I was going through it. And it says, external reflection equals your internal health. So your external reflection equals your internal health, right? Does that make sense? Also, we hope to help you understand how to transform your beauty routine into a safe sanctuary, not a toxic trap. So, you guys, in going through this, let's see, I've got notes on my computer. I've got lots of notes in front of me, and I hope to help you understand this in a short period of time. It's a lot to cover, but I hope you can hang with me. So, our skin is the body's largest organ. Okay, when I talk to people, health coach people, I say, what is your largest organ? And they say, well, probably my liver. And I say, oh, okay. But in reality, our skin is the largest organ, and it's really our first line of defense against the world, okay? It's not just a shield. A lot of people think of it as just an external barrier, but it's a complex system engaged in a constant dialogue with everything it touches. So, for example, there are so many receptors within our skin, okay? It's not just a barrier. There's pain protectors. There's what we call nociceptors. There's even olfactory receptors that they're finding in our skin. Now, olfactory is our sense of smell, the glands in our nose that help us smell. But they're finding that even our skin has a smelling cell, if that makes sense. And the best way I could explain this is if you're walking down like an alley late at night and you feel like somebody's following you, and you turn around, and sure enough, right, like the hairs on your neck are standing up, like, and you can sense them, okay? And it may be as simple as to say we have olfactory glands in our cells. So really, really great that our skin is again such a complex system, and it's constantly just talking to everything around us through touch, through sense, through smell. Okay, now there's three layers that constitute our skin. Okay, there's the epidermis, which is our outer layer, the dermis, which is our middle layer, and the hypodermis, which is our deepest layer. And each one of those has a special role in protection, in sensation, and regulation. So, the skin absorbs substances, okay? And I've got some statistics here. Let me just pull them up real quick. That our body actually absorbs up to 60% of things that is put on it, okay? So it is right here. Hold on just a moment. Okay, that our body, again, is a barrier, but it also absorbs. Now, one thing that I found, one thing that as I was doing my research, I really, really liked was that that one of the doctors that I follow said his name. He's actually not a doctor. His name's Brian Vazzi, Vazziy, and he was talking about how the industry, the FDA, doesn't. They experiment with chemicals that we put on our body. Okay, for example, there are over 1,300 chemicals that are banned by the European Union. So in Europe, over 1,300 chemicals in beauty products they're outright banned. They're not allowed to be put in it. Now, if we go to the United States, out of those 1,300 chemicals, there are only 11 that are outright banned in the United States. So we are, I don't want to say that we're falling behind, but I think it's an industry that has too much money and they don't care to look into it, if that makes sense. They don't mind turning a blind eye, right? So so absorption can vary depending on the body part. Okay, I've got this here in my notes. Obviously, we have thinner skin and we have thicker skin. Okay, so through our hands, okay, and through our feet is probably some of the least absorptive areas because they're calloused. They're very thick and durable. But the inside of our arms, for example, are very, very thin. Okay, inside of our thighs as well. Okay, now extrapolate this on to our children. Okay, our children actually have thinner skin and they're developing more. And so they actually absorb at a higher rate than we do. Okay, so here's my statistic. Research shows that our skin can absorb up to 60% of the products we apply, which means nearly half of what you put on your body can end up inside of it. Okay, now Brian Vazzi has said that what you put on your skin absorbs, and it goes right into your bloodstream. Okay, the average woman uses 12 personal care products daily. Okay, every day, 12 personal care products. And those 12 personal care products include up to 168 different chemicals. Okay, now one time per month or year, like probably not a big deal, right? But when we do it morning and evening, day after day after day, like it starts to build. So there really is what's called a chemical burden. Okay, a study found that the average person exposed to over 126 unique chemical ingredients in personal care products alone every day. Now, this chemical cocktail can accumulate in the body over time, contributing to a phenomenon known as body burden. Okay, now imagine our body is like a bucket. Okay, this is right. We've got a bucket, and our body can process only that bucket. So we put something on our skin, in our body. We breathe something, which again goes straight into the bloodstream, and it adds to the bucket, the what we call the body burden. Okay, so it adds to the bucket. Now, when it overflows, it means that we're no longer able to process through our organs. Okay, we're no longer able to detox through our liver, through our kidneys, through our skin, through our lungs, through our digestive system. Okay, we're no longer able to compensate, and therefore it starts to accumulate in our body. Now, why is this so bad? Well, let's go into some examples. Recent research published in the Journal of Environmental and Public Health reveals a correlation between certain chemical exposures from personal care products and increased risk of chronic disease. Okay, it goes on to say continuous exposure to certain chemicals in beauty products has been linked to allergies, reproductive issues, and even certain types of cancers. Okay, now I'm going to go into some of these ingredients that you should watch out for, but it is alarming. It is alarming. Now, people will tell me all the time, well, I just don't know why, you know, it's so bad now when 10 years ago we didn't seem to have so much disease, right? I'm not understanding why. Like 10 years ago, I ate the same things, and now I'm having all these issues. Thyroid issues, I'm having hormone imbalances, I'm having weight gain, I'm having energy, zapped energy or lower energy, okay? And a lot of the answer, I would say, research has shown that up to 80% of our chronic disease and chronic issues can be related to toxins, toxic burdens, or toxic overload, okay? Which is all the same thing, okay? So when you look at the pyramid of Beyond Health's model of healing, of health and our model, one disease, okay, there's only one true disease, cellular malfunction. Why do cells malfunction? Two causes. Nutrient deficiency, which I've highlighted, and I'll continue to highlight. It's probably the majority of things I'll highlight. But the second thing that I hope to really get into your system, really help you understand, is the toxic burden in our lives are going up exponentially, okay? Over 1,300 chemicals have been outright banned in the EU, but only 11 in the United States. Ugh, there's something going on. Okay, there's something going on. Now, why do heavy metals and different ingredients cause issues, okay? Now, when those heavy metals get into our body and get into our skin, okay, start going through our skin, they cause what's called oxidative stress or oxidative deterioration, okay? Now, oxidation, to make it very basic and very simple, so hopefully you can understand, is like rusting, okay? So imagine a fence. You build a metal fence, okay? It's powder coated, it's beautiful, but over time, okay, with the elements, the rain, the weather, the oxygen, okay, it starts to create rust, which is the oxygen and the environment is causing it to rust. So instead of the gate or the fence opening very smoothly, right, it now is rusting and has a sound to it, right? It makes a squeaking sound. It grinds on itself. Now imagine the body. The body is much the same. When we start out in life, oh man, all of our joints are just lubricated and well functioned. We're powder coated, right? We have all functioning systems. But as our body burden, remember that bucket I was telling you, as our body burden increases, okay, and it could be, again, there are other components like genetics, obviously, that may cause certain issues. But as we increase the body burden through things that our parents apply on us or we apply on us or things that we're touching, right? Lead paint on our walls or dirty water or whatever it might be, okay? We are oxidizing. And now we're older, okay? So I'm not gonna tell you my age, but I'm approaching my 40s, okay? And my joints seem to be rusting. They seem to be causing creaking sounds, right? Creaking noises. I'll walk down the stairs, right, and pop, 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 right? My joints are okay because we're not that beautiful fence anymore. We're oxidizing. We're rusting. Okay, and this rusting process is inflammatory for our body. Okay, it causes inflammation when things are grinding on each other. What's called osteoarthritis, bone on bone grinding. It's causing inflammation. Okay, there's other things that can cause inflammation, obviously, and this is also caused by free radicals. So rusting or oxidation causes free radical damage, which is inflammatory to our body. Now, to just overcome this body burden. So how do we empty this bucket? Okay, it's through two things. Okay, why does cellular malfunction happen? One, nutrient deficiency. Okay, we need the nutrients for cells to function properly. And two, we need to get those toxins out of our body. We need to detox. And if you don't know what different products are ailing your body, then you'll never be able to detox properly. Okay, so as our body rusts and this inflammatory process happens through free radicals, okay, Our body needs more antioxidants to fight the free radical damage, the oxidation. So antioxidants is probably one of the first line barriers that I could tell you that will help fight free radical damage. So think of this, okay? Imagine this, okay? I'm going to tell you one of the best anti-aging, anti-inflammatory products you could take. Number one is vitamin C, okay? As we age, we need an increased amount of vitamin C. That's just a fact, okay? Now, vitamin C creates collagen and something called elastin in our body. Now, collagen and elastin is what keeps our skin firm, keeps our skin from sagging, okay? Elastin helps keep our skin elastic, okay, so that it doesn't sag, right? And collagen, obviously, is becoming very, very popular, or has been popular for some time, is the basis of skin, tissue, muscle, beautiful skin, okay, anti-aging skin, okay. Now, as we age, we need more vitamin C, which helps create collagen and elastin. Now, if we need those antioxidants to fight free radicals, okay, so imagine your bucket is full and it's overflowing, and you start taking vitamin C. You listen to Dr. Oz, or you listen to me, and he says, go get vitamin C. Now, vitamin C topically is very, very good, but vitamin C internally is also very, very good. Now, you may be a smart person, and you may say, wow, well, I'm going to take the recommended daily allowance of vitamin C because it's going to help build collagen and elastin. And Dr. Oz and Dr. C, myself, say that it's going to help build collagen and elastin. So I'm going to go do it. But you flip the bottle over and it says, 100 milligrams is a certain percentage, right? So you say, just say 100 milligrams is 100% of your recommended daily allowance. Now, I'm actually going to look this up because I don't know what the recommended daily allowance is for vitamin C. Let's see what it is. Okay, even better. So the recommended daily allowance for vitamin C, an antioxidant, is 90 milligrams per day for adult men and 75 milligrams a day for adult women. Okay, so just say you buy a 100 milligram tablet of vitamin C and you want to just take one of those a day because that's the recommended daily allowance. Now, your bucket is full. It's overflowing. So when people tell me, I don't want to take larger doses, okay? I don't want to take higher amounts because I don't want to cause my body damage. Well, guess what? You need higher amounts just to begin, just to help your body fight that day's free radical damage, okay? So if you just take 100 mil, now, I want to let you know something. The recommended daily allowance is there. It was created to keep you barely above death. So this 90 milligrams per day of vitamin C for men and 75 milligrams per day for women keeps you barely above rickets disease. Now, rickets was the sailor's disease, right? Where bones get pliable and they get bendy and they don't like the bones. It's a bone issue. Now, 90 milligrams will keep you from rickets, but 90 milligrams will not help protect you from that day's stuff, right? Nor will it help start emptying the bucket, and nor will it help create better collagen and better elastin for you to have anti-aging skin benefits and healing properties. Does that make sense? Okay, so don't listen to the recommended daily allowance. Now, I'm not saying that you mega dose all the time. I'm saying there may be times where you'll want to. Okay, now go to a health coach, a health practitioner, a naturopathic doctor, somebody who understands this, nutritionist, not a dietitian. Dietitians are Western model trained and they don't get it, but a nutritionist sometimes has a higher level of education and understanding of holistic and natural remedies. Does that make sense? So we need vitamin C. Okay, that's probably one of the best anti-aging supplements that you can take, but you need more than the recommended daily allowance. Now, I'm not going to go into how much you should take, because I would consult you to go talk. If you need further guidance, maybe reach out to me at drc@beyondhealth.com, drc at beyondhealth.com, and I can throw you some recommendations, some generalities. And again, I'll put a little disclaimer on there saying that I'm not your doctor. These are all just recommendations from a friend, from a doctor that you follow, or from a pharmacist. Okay, but so if the vitamin C is being used for fighting free radicals, then they can't be used for collagen. And you get what's called accelerated aging, okay? So if you're not getting the amount of vitamin C that you require. Now let's take it a step further, okay? We are one of very few species on the planet. I would venture to say that there are only mammals and maybe like 3 other species on the planet, like a bat of some sort. Anyways, that don't produce vitamin C on our own. Okay, we are one gene away from being able to produce our own vitamin C. Okay, but we can't. So think of this. Okay, goats, for example, they live in fields. Okay, they're exposed to the ailments. Okay, I'm sorry, not the ailments. They're exposed to the elements. Okay, and like rain, hot weather, cold weather, they're exposed to all the elements. And have you ever noticed how goats don't get sick? Okay, here's why. Okay, when a goat starts getting sick, they start producing more vitamin C. Okay, vitamin C. So when you get sick, you start producing more antioxidants. Okay, my alarm's going off. When you get sick, you produce more free radicals and more oxidation and inflammation happen in the body. Therefore, you need higher amounts of antioxidants. So their bodies produce incredibly high amounts of vitamin C that they then use to fight whatever ailment is entering their body, and they never get sick. Now, I shouldn't say never. They get sick, but not to the extent that we do. And they're in the elements 24 hours, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. Like, it's crazy, right? Now, a rat, for example, has the same amount of vitamin C as an orange. Okay, they produce vitamin C. Rats are an animal. They produce their own vitamin C. A rat, if you ate a full rat, now I'm not saying you go eat it, but it produces 100 milligrams of vitamin C. And an orange, likewise, produces 100 milligrams of vitamin C. So long story short, like, we need vitamin C. Okay, now there's 2 kinds of aging that we have. One's called intrinsic aging, which is natural and unavoidable. It's the internal. It's a thinning of blood vessels. It's a decreased collagen tissue around organs and things like that. Okay, we just get old. Okay, however, there's what's called extrinsic aging, which is external, and that's caused by environment. Okay, so toxins, smoking, pollution, heavy metals. They lodge in our tissues. They create oxidative stress, which decrease elastin and collagen, and they reduce another element within our skin called silica. So silica is probably the second anti-aging supplement that I could endorse, having scientifically backed, proven research. Okay, it's anti-aging due to decreasing oxidative stress. Now, when you reach out for a silica product, don't just Google and purchase a silica product, okay? Don't just Google and purchase a vitamin C. Like, make sure it's quality, okay? There's really only 2 silica products on the planet that I endorse. Most silica on the planet comes from bamboo, and it's poorly absorbed in the body, okay? You want a highly absorbed form of silica. There's really only 2 I endorse. I'm not going to endorse them here, but reach out to me, drc at beyondhealth.com, and I can throw you those because I just don't want to endorse, other people's products, at least at this time, okay? I'm foremost an owner and passionate about our supplements. So our vitamin C is top-notch, bar none, amazing, okay? Our powder is amazing. Our supplement in a capsule is just absolutely dynamic, okay? Other people's vitamin C's I couldn't tell you because I'm not them and I don't vet and I'm not key on formulating their products. So does that make sense? So now the one thing that I want you to know is that our body does such a good job, our skin does such a good job at absorbing. Remember I told you that 60%, let me read this again. Research shows that our skin can absorb up to 60% of products we apply, which means nearly half of what we put on our body can end up inside it. So, to be honest, what we put on our skin goes through our dermis, epidermis, and hypodermis and into our bloodstream. Okay, the average woman uses 12 personal care products per day, 168 different chemicals. And again, so what I want to highlight to you in Brian Vazzi, this gentleman that I told you about, he first and foremost said this, and I really, really valued it. He said the skincare aisle is a food aisle. Okay, I feel like when we walk down it as people, right, we walk down the skincare aisle and we just think nothing there can hurt us, right? But that's not true. We need to look at the skincare aisle like a food aisle, because everything that we put on our skin will and absorbs to a high percentage into our body. Now, that 60% is the average product, but it's been found that up to 80% of some products absorb into our skin. And let me go into why, okay? Here's some of the ingredients that we worry about, okay? Some of the ingredients that we worry about that I really want to highlight here, that you should really read the ingredients as keenly as you do your food products, okay? Again, I feel like people look at their food products more often because they're worried about what goes into their body. Now, we need to be just as cautious as our external products that we put on our body, because the skincare aisle is a food aisle, okay? It is. Now, some of the ingredients we need to watch out for is something called phthalates, okay? Now, phthalates is spelled weird. It's spelled P as in Paul, Thalates. Phthalates, okay, with the silent P like gnome. No, gnome is a G. Silent P as in pneumonia. I don't know why I said gnome there. That's funny. So phthalates are added to products, and they're basically one molecule away from plastic, okay? They're plasticizers, okay? If you see those, walk away. They're endocrine disruptors, okay? Now, an endocrine disruptor is something it's a hormone disruptor, okay? It's a xenoestrogen. It can be a xenoestrogen. So xenoestrogens are products that mimic estrogen, okay? So okay, now I don't want to get into controversy and politics and some of these things, but why are our young men feeling or becoming more feminine? Now, again, I'm not getting into politics here. I'm not getting into gender. I'm not getting into any of that, okay? However, it may be one cause, maybe because everything, lots of things out there are what we call hormone disruptors or xenoestrogens, okay? So a male body that's flooded with more estrogen than it should have will be more woman-like, okay? We'll start to get fat in the areas that women get fat, right? So we'll have a pear-shaped body, so we'll get more fat in the buttocks and mid-region, like a woman does. That's no offense to women either, okay? But estrogens cause mood changes. Estrogen causes what we call a gynecomastia, which is man boobs. Or if you're wondering why our young women are developing faster these days, okay? Why are your young women having going through puberty earlier? It's because they're getting more estrogen flooded into their body, which is telling their body to start having a period sooner, right? 8, 9-year-olds, 10-year-olds, which again has been common for years, are now having their periods and going through puberty and having their menstrual cycle a lot sooner than they otherwise should, because of xenoestrogens, okay? Endocrine disruptors, okay? Why are so many people having thyroid problems? Because our thyroid hormone is an endocrine. It's a hormone, okay, for our endocrine system. Now, we start flooding our body with other things like phthalates, and it's an endocrine disruptor, okay? Endocrine disruptors, toxins. So phthalate is a hormone poison, basically, if you want to think of it like that, okay? Something else, formaldehydes. If you flip over the bottle of your skincare product and you find anything resembling a formaldehyde, now, I'm hoping to put together a sheet for you that you can find common names. Now, just because you can't read the name doesn't mean it's harmful. I'd like to say that most long names for things are bad for you, but that's not true. It's a common rule that it's most likely, but formaldehyde. So I'll give you all the names of different phthalates, of different formaldehydes. They're trying to change the names, right? Formaldehydes. They're known to preserve frogs in high school classes. Remember high school? They're known to cure boots, okay, leather. It's known to cure leather to create like cowboy boots, formaldehyde. Okay, now I guess you could call formaldehyde an anti-aging, right? Your boots don't age. They're stagnant, right? They're like the same for the rest of existence, right? Because formaldehyde entombs, okay, it preserves, but not in the way we want, not as an anti-aging agent. Triclosan. Now, triclosan is found it was found prior to 2016 in many hand soaps. Now, it was banned. The government acknowledged that it could cause cancer. It's a hormone disruptor. It's an endocrine disruptor. It causes lots of different problems, maybe some birth issues, okay, fertility issues. So they banned it in 2016 from hand soaps, but not from face creams and other anti-aging products. So they acknowledge that it's bad, but then they just take it out of hand soaps. Okay. There's something in products called penetrators. Okay. Now these are basically vehicles, okay, to take something from the outside of our body and drive it into our skin. So the food industry for many years has done studies on different food ingredients that cause our brain to light up, okay? Different things that, right? They've put us under a CT scanner and fed us stuff and saw which parts of the brain light up. So they want to capture our addictive nature. Now, the beauty industry has done very similar things through our skin, okay? Our skin has sensation, okay? It feels, right? Things can make our body tingle and make us feel better and excite us, make us feel like it's helping, okay? Now, penetrators have been known to be causes of what's called obesogens, okay? Obesity-causing carcinogens or obesity-causing things, okay? Obesogens or carcinogens, okay? Carcinogens are cancer-causing chemicals. So obesogens are obesity-causing chemicals. Carcinogens are cancer-causing chemicals. Penetrators help get things into our body, usually petroleum-based products, okay? Oil-based products. Now, retinol, synthetic retinol, isn't very good as well. A lot of people say, oh, retinol is just vitamin A, and it's good for you, but it's not as good as you think, and I'll go into that maybe a little bit later. Okay, sodium laurolates, or PEG, polyethylene glycol. Okay, all of these things are really, really harmful for the body. And they are what's called endocrine disruptors, chemical disruptors, toxins, heavy metals, obesogens, carcinogens, hormone poisons, basically, or receptor poisoners, okay? And so they allow our body, they mimic our body. So, for example, no, I'm not going to go to that. I could go on and on and on and on. So again, some shocking facts. Did you know that the average woman applies over 168 different chemicals to her skin daily? Okay. Yeah, I mean, this is, so I hope that this detailed, common harmful ingredients that are causing free radical damage and oxidation, that we need increased amounts of things like vitamin C just to fight these things that we're putting on our skin every day. So it's crazy. So let's get into what I'm going to call misleading marketing tactics. So let me find them right here. So misleading. All right. So there are basically 4, maybe 5 misleading marketing tactics that I want to highlight right here, okay? Number 1, the word or the phrase natural or organic, okay? Number 2, dermatologist recommended. Ugh, Number 3, hypoallergenic or fragrance-free. Okay, that's another one you should watch out for. Number 4, clinically proven or dermatologist tested. Okay, now if you hear these 4 things, it doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad product. However, you should do your due diligence, and I'm going to go into those right now. Okay, so the number one thing, the first one that I gave you, natural or organic. Okay, now these products can have one single ingredient that is natural or organic, and they can claim that it is natural or organic. It doesn't mean that the whole product is natural or organic. It just means that there's something in it that's natural or organic, okay? Not enough of it to make it worth your while, for sure. Or listen to this one, a percentage of the natural or organic ingredient or additive, okay? So it could have a percentage of one single ingredient or one single product that is organic, okay? So it could say retinol, organic retinol, and it could only have 5% of this organic retinol ingredient, okay? And it could claim organic, natural, okay? Or it could have all 100% organic retinol or natural retinol, and it could claim the same thing, but then all the other excipients and all the other vehicles, right? All the other things that drive it into the body, the vehicles or penetrators, okay? All the other things that are in it can be absolutely toxic for you, but they can still claim that it's natural or organic, okay? Number 1, misleading. Okay, number 2, dermatologist recommended, okay? To think that a dermatologist isn't bought off or they have a financial tie, but they want to imply that because it's dermatologist recommended, that it implies safety, efficacy, and effectiveness. Doesn't always mean that, okay? So dermatologist recommended is again, it can be, and it truly can be a good dermatologist that highly recommends something because it's so beneficial. However, I don't know. I'd love to see the name of that dermatologist or those dermatologist names, because they're going to put their name out there. They better, if they're going to risk it, if they're going to stick their neck out for a product, they better throw their name out so that we can debunk and disprove. Maybe I'll go into a whole series on debunking and disproving certain dermatologist recommended people or products, right? That would be a fun one. Okay, number 3, hypoallergenic or fragrance free. Now, so hypoallergenic, just so you're aware, okay, this is, oh my gosh, so fascinating. Oh my gosh, I hope you guys are getting this, okay? Hypoallergenic or fragrance-free is not an official or regulated term. So hypoallergenic has no definition, okay? It's hugely deceptive. It can have a scent, but not classified as a smell or masked fragrance, okay? So hypoallergenic or fragrance-free doesn't, there's no definition, therefore it's just a bunk term that people can use. Now, a product can truly be hypoallergenic or fragrance-free as far as they define it. So I would say smaller companies or companies that care about their product really truly will put a good effort into making their products fragrance-free, okay? Now, hypoallergenic or fragrance-free may still cause reactions and allergies, okay? But what they're implying with hypoallergenic or fragrance-free is that it's gentle to the skin and it's safe. It's safe and for those sensitive skin types, right? But again, there's not a delineation of what constitutes safe or gentle, okay? There's no universal definition. Isn't that deceptive? So when somebody uses hypoallergenic, they can just I could throw that on this pen. This pen is hypoallergenic and fragrance-free. It's true, because there's no definition of it, right? I apologize. If my notes keep getting in the way, I keep flashing them in front of the camera here. Okay, the 4th one is clinically proven or dermatologist tested. Now, it may be tested. However, what you really want to look for is third-party clinically proven or third-party dermatologist tested, okay? That goes above and beyond dermatologist recommended because it means that it was dermatologist tested, but it may be tested in-house, okay? And it may be done with a very low amount of the ingredients given. So, for example, they may take a rat and they may take a really small percentage and put it on the rat, and if the rat has no sensitivities, they could say that it's clinically proven or dermatologist tested in, now they're not going to say in-house, but typically it's done in-house, but it's not nearly the percentage that you would put on your skin, right? Right, I may lather lotion on me, and they may have just put a dot, a minuscule amount on that person or rat or whatever they're testing it on, or an ingredient within that product. They may test something like retinol, a skosh of it, a minute amount, and say, oh, it doesn't cause issues. However, in their product, they may add 30% retinol into it, but they didn't test 30% on that rat or 30% on a human being. Does that make sense? So, you guys, isn't that incredibly deceptive? Like, that's misleading marketing tactics that you need to be aware of. You need to be just cautious with, okay? So find a product that you feel comfortable with, that you've maybe done a little bit of research into, okay? That's why we unleashed, we unrolled, unveiled. We went to the extreme of purchasing and adding into our line something called Living Earth Naturals. And it is an amazing product that we back because we've seen what's put in it. We make it in-house, and it's all just amazing, okay? It's amazing. So I hope you utilize our product. I know that we'll have promotions, throughout the years, but we hope you use it and we hope you love it because we do. We've got our own, just all sorts of beauty care products. I don't even want to go into. Okay, so now something else I wanted to go into is signs that your body is reacting. Now, what are signs? I'm going to go into 6 different signs of how you know that your body is reacting to the products, maybe that your body burden, that your bucket is full, okay? And that you're not able to cleanse or get out of your body. You're basically becoming toxic, okay? Number 1 is lymphatic or endocrine system, okay? Your lymphatic or endocrine system. Okay, number 2, way that you know is through skin sensitivity and allergies. Number 3 is uneven skin tone. Number 4 is acne and breakouts. Number 5 is dull or lackluster skin complexion. And number 6 is fatigue, okay? Fatigue with our muscles, okay? What I want to call a skin sagging, okay? Maybe in our face, okay? Different sagging tissues or different sagging tissues like our arms, right? Or right, sagging muscles, right? Or skin flab, okay? And I'm going to go into those specifically, okay? So how do we know if our lymphatic or endocrine system, how is that an indicator to us? Let me go into it, okay? Fine lines and wrinkles, okay? If our lymphatic system and our endocrine system are becoming overburdened, okay, we get what's called fine lines and wrinkles, okay? We also get what's called cellulite, or that the cellulose, right? That cottage cheese look in your skin, usually behind the legs, okay? That means that your skin or your lymphatic or endocrine system, which moves toxins through and out and around the body, is becoming overloaded, okay? So fine lines, wrinkles, crow's feet, cellulite or cellulose. Toxins, when absorbed through the skin, can break down the collagen and other defenses. So they actually break, as it's absorbing through the skin, it's breaking down your collagen and your elastin. It's causing free radical damage and inflammation and oxidation, okay? And it's breaking down other defenses, okay? Other receptors, different pores that it's absorbing through. It's really a key indicator, okay? So your skin tone, Okay, many people look at it as I'm just aging, but that's not true. I know 50-year-olds, 60-year-olds, and 70-year-olds that have tone and tight and phenomenal skin. It's because their lymphatic and endocrine system isn't being burdened with toxins. Now, external as well as internal, right? Number 2, skin sensitivities and allergies, okay? I've had people approach me for one-on-one consultations and said, man, 10 years ago I didn't have as many food allergies and skin sensitivities as I do now, okay? And basically, our skin does a great job as a defense and at blocking our body. Okay, so skin sensitivities and allergies. Okay, 1, contact sensitivity is an indicator, and 2, detox systems overwhelmed and overloaded over time. So again, our skin is the largest organ in our body, and it is one of the best ways to detox our body. However, it gets overwhelmed and overloaded. Okay. Number 3 is uneven skin tone. So oxidative stress and antioxidant stress or oxidant stress decreases collagen and elasticity. Okay. Oxidative stress increases inflammation, which causes irritation, okay? Which causes puffiness. It causes things like rosacea. Okay, I'm trying to read my notes. I scribbled all these notes because I was rushing. But toxins, oxidative stress, oxidant stress, free radical damage, increased inflammation, all cause things like rosacea, uneven skin tones, hyperpigmentation, where too much color accumulates in one spot, okay, or hypopigmentation, which too little, okay, it's like white spots, okay, no color is there, okay. Those are signs that you're becoming toxic or overloaded. Okay, number 4, acne and breakouts. I don't really have to talk much about this. Your body is a good indicator because it detoxes, and if it can't even get stuff out of the skin, then it's not detoxing very well. Number 5 is dull or lackluster complexion, okay? Decreased moisture, dehydration, dryness, flakiness, decreased radiance are all due to toxins and different chemicals that are accumulating in our skin. Did you know that light actually reflects off of our skin into people's eyes? And there's a certain complexion, okay, that when we see people, we might even say they're glowing, right? They're, wow, you are glowing. You've got supple skin. You've got such soft and supple skin, right? But when toxins are accumulating in our skin and blocking our pores, and the light doesn't bounce off it properly, and people can see it, right? It decreases your light reflection, okay? So, yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like, as we accumulate more and more toxins, our skin becomes harder and more rough. Kind of like a lot of people are putting these anti-aging things on their body and like formaldehydes, and their skin is turning into an eternal leather, which, yeah, it's anti-aging, but it's hard, it's crusty, it's not supple and beautiful, right? Number 6, fatigue in our face, okay? And it's because those heavy metals and those things are breaking down the collagen and the elastin, okay? Tired and worn out is what people will say. You just look tired and worn out. It's because you're not able to fight the free radicals, the oxidation, and things like that. So, you guys, I hope this helps you understand different indicators to help you recognize the impact of harmful products on your body, and how these signs reflect our internal health. Remember what I said. I'm going to go back to it right here in my notes. Your external reflection equals your internal health, right? Oh my gosh, I hope you guys are getting this. I really, really hope you guys are getting this. All right, let's see. I'm going to start wrapping this all up. Again, You guys, I need you to understand that what we put on our skin, on our body, or what we're putting around us, scent, different household fragrance machines, right? Or different plugins, Glades plugins, and things like that. Okay, if you can smell it, you're absorbing it. Now, oh my gosh, I don't know why I didn't go into this. Some things for you to watch out for. Okay, so big red flags. I've got to have it here. I know I wrote it. Oh, big, huge red flag, okay? Now, I talked about phthalates, talked about formaldehydes, triclosan, penetrators or vehicles, synthetic retinol, sodium laurelates, PEG or polyethylene glycol. But one of the biggest red flags you need to run away from, this is the biggest red flag you need to run away from, is fragrance, perfume, or scents. Now, the FDA in the United States doesn't regulate this term at all, fragrance, perfume, or scents, because they say there's no need to tell you what's involved in the scent because it's a trade secret, okay? Walk away from it. Walk away from it. If they're not going to tell you what the scent is, then walk away from it, because I promise you there's endocrine disruptors, there's toxins, there's heavy metals, there's xenoestrogens. It's a poison, okay? And they can lump so many toxins into that one phrase alone, okay? You want to see people that say things like vetiver or lavender or bergamot, okay? Bergamot, okay? You want to see things like that, okay? Sandalwood or, right? Those are real fragrances. Now, they could say natural fragrance or organic fragrance, okay? And they could have beaver butt in it, right? That's a natural fragrance or natural smell. But you're not going to want that, right? Or again, they could put it in there, and again, they could have a small percentage. Remember how I told you that the things you need to watch out for are, number one, natural organic. They can have one single ingredient in it to call it natural organic. They could say natural fragrance or natural perfume or natural perfume or natural scent. They could have a small percentage of bergamot in it that then they could claim it, but they don't want to tell you their whole fragrance because that's a trade secret. And that's bunk. You guys watch out for that. That is huge. Okay, so look for companies, okay, that divulge to you what the scent is, what the smell is. And just don't take the scent on the outside of the package. If they say sandalwood fragrance, sandalwood scented soap, great, okay. Flip over and read the ingredients and go to their scent, the scent, fragrance, or perfume, and look at what's in that. And they won't tell you. They'll just say scent, fragrance, or perfume. So you guys, I encourage you to make informed choices, to do your own research, to follow people like myself, share, comment, right? Get this information out there however we can to allow people, okay, this is what I do for a living. As a holistic pharmacist, in essence, I have the time and the want and the love to look into this for you, okay? And if you're a plumber or a business broker or a financial educator or a teacher, or you're busy with your life. So I hope you find this valuable. I hope you find my information credible. I try to go off of research. I've included in these notes, hopefully, some different things. I get most of my information from PubMed, which is medical research. It's a public medical research that the government endorses. Again, don't take that as a bad thing. It's good, but it's peer-reviewed. It's researched through usually double-blind, placebo-controlled studies. They're all the research that your doctors want. So when you go to your doctor and you say, hey, I'm not going to do this anymore, this guy I follow, this holistic pharmacist I follow said so, I can actually reference different PubMed articles that he would ask you for. He'd say, well, that guy doesn't know what he's talking about. Where's he getting his information from? And you could say, well, he's getting it from PubMed. Okay, one of the other places I really want to highlight, and I hope you guys go and you contribute. There is a company called, I got rid of it. Here it is. EWG. Okay, EWG, this is Environmental Working Group, okay? Environmental Working Group is a nonprofit, nonpartisan, hold on, I just lost what they are. They are, now, you can get, you know what, where do they go? Who we are, our mission, let me go to their mission. So our mission is simple, to empower you with breakthrough research to make informed choices and live healthy life in a healthy environment. So, here it is. We work for you and we're not going anywhere. Picture putting sunscreen on your skin knowing it has toxic chemicals in it. Envision biting into a carrot knowing it is tainted with pesticides. Imagine drinking a cup of water knowing it's contaminated by pollutants from local farmers and factories. This is the world we live in, but we deserve better. Since 1993, the EWG has shined a spotlight on outdated legislation, harmful agricultural practices, and industrial loopholes that pose a risk to our health and the health of our environment. Whether it's on Capitol Hill or in communities, blah, 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 blah. Now, again, phenomenal. I want to keep reading, but I'm just going to keep going. Now, EWG has a certification, so I hope that we can get our product maybe sent to this wonderful company, and we can be EWG endorsed and take action, okay? They have a little endorsement page where you can donate $20 or $30. I encourage you to do it, you guys. We need places like this to go further and help promote more, because without people like them that are doing this fight, this battle with only local funding and things that they can raise, like, they're not getting money through, you know, Wall Street. They're not getting money through beauty care product line because they don't want these things found out. So would you guys go to EWJ and donate if you can? If not, at least follow them, like them. You guys, phenomenal resource. Some other things. Let's see. I also highlighted here the FDA's Cosmetic page. Okay, it provides different things through the FDA. Really, really good stuff. Again, I don't mean to take away that the FDA is not doing their job by only having 11 banned substances. I just mean that you need to do more research yourself. Key takeaways. I hope you discovered the unseen dangers lurking in your beauty bag. Yeah, I hope you learned how to decode the truth behind beauty marketing. I hope you learned your skin tells a story deeper than beauty. Find out what your skin is really saying. Okay? And transform your body routine into a safe sanctuary, not a toxic trap. So I may have to highlight this later on, as I'm already drawing too lengthy. I'm already just getting out there. So let me get some of our LEN products, our Living Earth Natural by Beyond Health products, and let me show you. Let us do some demos for you and show you how you can transform your beauty routine into a safe sanctuary, not a toxic trap. And you guys, I hope that you make an informed decision, you empower your life, and that Beyond Health can be here for you and with you, and that you continue to like, share, and continue following our progress and different things that we do to help you understand the one true cause of disease, which is cellular malfunction, and the two causes, which is nutrient deficiency or toxin overload. And then I hope to go into very shortly the 6 different pathways with which this happens. So you guys, I hope you have a great day. I hope your year is going fantastic. And reach out to us, Dr. C at beyondhealth.com, DRC at beyondhealth.com for any further questions. Thanks, guys.